Gotta love a piano ballad.
1984年，庄稼还没收割完，儿子躺在我怀里，睡得那么甜。今晚的露天电影没时间。
It's quite easy to listen to. It's quite understated. It's nice to hear. I always think it's nice to hear an artist or a vocalist start a song and leave themselves somewhere to go, which I think he is. I mean, I don't know where this song will go, but I mean, he's starting simply and the dynamic seems pretty mellow, so he could grow.
去看，妻子提醒我，修修缝纫机的踏板。
Actually, you know what? This style of singing is often what I will refer to as kind of talk singing, where it's not, there's not a lot of decorations like vibrato or pitch bends or scoops or anything terribly fancy, so it feels very storytelling. While this artist, he's nothing like Taylor Swift, there's kind of a relationship in my mind in that the lyrics are being highlighted by the simplicity of the vocals, because you're not taking over by showing off the vocal artistry, you're allowing the story to be told. So yeah, I'm curious where he will go.
明天我要去邻居家早节点钱，孩子哭了一整天。
Yeah, like he's well in control, and there is subtle decorations, right? We had beautiful subtle vibrato. We have the register changes where he's moving from his speaking place, his chest place, up into softer places, but he's still not like flexing, you know what I mean? He's still in the story, in that simple storytelling place.
闹着要吃饼干，蓝色的迪卡上衣，通往心里钻。
It's beautiful.
蹲在池塘边上，狠狠给了自己2拳。这是我父亲日记里的文字，这是他的青春留下来的散文诗。多年以后，我看着泪流不止。
This is actually really quite beautiful, and the way he is using the thickness of his voice and his energy to build, right? We just arrived at perhaps the chorus, maybe the pre-chorus, but I think the chorus. We felt him sort of lean in a little bit dynamically, and maybe thickness-wise a little bit. And also the arrangement, the instrumentation in the arrangement is well supporting the story arc as well.
我的父亲已经老得像一个影子。1994年，庄稼早已收割完，我的老母亲去年离开了人间。儿子穿着白衬衫跑进了校园。 可他最近有些心事，瘦了一大圈。想一想未来，我老成了一堆旧纸钱。那时的儿子已是。
Has he actually played the guitar?
Yeah.
Has he?
Yeah.
真正的男子汉，有个可爱的姑娘。
You think he's
和他
not really playing?
No, he's like holding it and like, I think it's more of a prop than anything.
Okay, well he can.
I know, I'm not saying. It's just funny.
了家，但愿他们啊，不要活得如此艰难。这是我父亲日记。
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we're in chorus 2, and we hear a level up, right? Dynamics, the instrumentation, of course, but also vocally, we've got even more of him leaning in. Though his style still remains in this very speech-like storytelling, like he's kind of stoic. Even if you look at his face, he's not a very, well, perhaps it's this song, but he's, yeah, I would really say that he's in the storytelling variety of singers as opposed to like a JJ or someone who's leans more into relying on vocal acrobatics. This gentleman relies on just the purity of tone, the purity of sound, the storytelling, building simple dynamics, and he's very steady. He's very steady, and I think that cannot be. We don't often give that enough credit. I mean, I'm sure people do give him a lot of credit for his artistry, but just in general, I'm saying just delivering a beautiful performance without leaning on so many techniques and so many tricks is very beautiful. And as a matter of fact, it is easy to win over more people and to appeal to more people when you're not doing things so genre specific or things that are so, what is the word I'm looking for? Divisive. You know, if you think of an artist like Christina Aguilera, hey, who's riffing and riffing and riffing. Some people are very drawn to that. They really love it. They're drawn to it. Some people really repel, really, you know, they don't love things to be that busy. So with singing like this, you don't really lose anybody because it's just quite pure. So it's quite likable for everybody, I would say. And actually, I should also say I really appreciate his vibrato. I can't help myself. I think vibrato is such a important personal style indicator. And of, you know, many Chinese artists, many Asian artists that I've reviewed do have that deeper vibrato. He is an example of someone with more contained, smaller waves, which I like. Again, they've done actually research, like scientific research, and they've done studies on vibrato. I can't quote it right now. I can't remember the stat exactly, but there's so many waves per second. They have found so many waves per second appeals to the most people, and it is kind of like this. This is the more scientifically appealing vibrato. Nice. This is quite a grand production. Nice when he takes his voice down. That's the first time I've heard him either go that low or be that in that place. In this song anyway, that's the first time I've heard him do that. Quite beautiful down there. Listen for it. Really lovely. I should also say, as much as I've said that he is, you know, is storytelling and is quite simple, I feel the need to also say that there is a lot of technique being displayed in pulling that off. Usually, if someone tried to repeat this performance. I often see singers say, well, I'm doing what they're doing, why doesn't it sound the same? And it's because there are a lot of subtle techniques being employed in what he is doing in order to make it sound so appealing, yet simple. So he's not able to use big, bold techniques that are so clear that make the audience, big, loud, long notes. But there are tiny scoops and things that make this performance, even though it is simple, feel full and buoyant. Listen here.
多年以后，我看着泪流不止。
Right? We've got him pulling, stretching out without vibrato. We've got him dropping down, slight register change, adding the vibrato in. Like, there's a lot of subtleties, a lot of scoops, a lot of grace notes. But the beauty is that he's not like jazz handsing it, I call it. He's not forcing us to pay attention to all the fancy things. They're tucked in for our enjoyment.
我的父亲在风中像一张旧报纸。
Nice.
这是那一辈人留下的足迹。可几场风雨后就要抹去了痕迹。这片土地曾让我泪流不止，埋葬了多少人心酸的往事。
See, what did he say? He put a little cry in there, which makes us, it's subtle, but it makes us feel like he's very emotionally connected to what he is singing about, so we too feel connected. Right? We relate to that sound. Now, he has blended it and tucked it in perfectly, but we know what that sound means to a human being. Sorrow, distress, whatever it might be. So he's using lots of techniques, but they're very subtle. Lovely.
谢谢。
Beautiful. This is a beautifully restrained performance, and restraint is one of the most mature, tasteful things I think a singer or artist can bring to a performance sometimes is restraint. Great work.
Yeah, I think people underestimate the difficulty of sustaining low volume and keeping the note.
Well, taste.
Yeah.
Having taste and prioritizing the song and the performance over top of your own zhuzh.